That one's easy enough to use. Guys, welcome back. We are going on another adventure. We're trying to dip our toes in, or have dipped our toes in a little bit over the last few years, but something I really want to like dive in head first. Maybe, I don't know, are you guys familiar with the phrase, cannonball? Shout out Kissy Hawks. Anyway, my son Gage has a whitetail tag in his pocket for South Dakota, not San Diego, South Dakota. And so we're getting ready to head out there. But I love the thought of whitetail hunting for a few reasons. Originally, like growing up in Idaho, we didn't have a lot of whitetails around. We didn't have any whitetails around where I grew up. There's starting to be more whitetails here in southeastern Idaho, but I just wasn't like, it just wasn't a thing for me because I had no connection to whitetail hunting besides, you know, watching it on Sportsman's Channel every once in a while. But the more we do it, the more I start to understand it. I can definitely see myself getting into it more. It's very like strategical, I think, especially right now. These bucks should be rutting, but the reason I think I could get into whitetail hunting the very most is it requires lots of toys, lots of goodies, lots of tools, if you will. And I'm that guy that if I'm gonna do something, one call might be good, all the calls are probably best. Anyway, I've been watching a lot of hunting public videos. The one I'm currently watching right now is top 3 deer calling mistakes. So not things you should do, things you should avoid doing. But I did watch a pretty crazy study the other day. I don't even know what channel it was, but they studied rattling techniques. And they studied this over 3 years on like 3 different ranches. Pretty intense like study on what works best rattling. What they were trying to compare is 4 different scenarios. Light rattling, like for short periods of time. Hard rattling for short periods of time, or light rattling for a longer period of time, or hard rattling for a longer period of time. And what they've come up with, or what they came up with after 3 years on 3 different ranches, was hard rattling for 3 minutes was what really like provoked the bucks the most. I don't know if any of this is gonna work, but we're gonna try it because it's fun. And my son might just think I'm an idiot, but I think from what I've heard anyway, like it's gonna be peak of the rut. So hopefully one of these fun toys works. Definitely gonna try some of it and see how we do. I might just scare all the deer in the country, but guys, we're headed to South Dakota. Let's go.
Just everything worked out so perfectly, and it was kind of a crazy experience, but also a super awesome experience. Definitely one to never forget. And my heart like started pounding, and it was just like shaking still a little bit. It was big turn events.
Dude! He was running!
Whitetail hunt buddy! Yes! Guys, welcome to a new adventure. I think every good adventure, or every exciting adventure, should start with an RV. That's an RV, Clark. Don't go fall in love with it, because it's going home with me. We're here with Slim Lady Shady and Mingo.
Mingo?
Get down, Mingo. Sorry, jumps on the door. Guys, we're in South Dakota. Gage has a whitetail deer tag in his pocket. This is our white stallion. Our white stallion for the next 5 days. We have about a 2-hour drive. We're gonna go meet up with the hooked hunting guys, Mr. Ken Byers, and we're gonna hunt some whitetails. It is freezing, freaking cold. South Dakota, you live up to your name. It's windy, cold, snowing. All good things that lead up to a really good whitetail rut, hopefully. Guys, come along with us. No! Yeah, you scared me out of bed. Watch. Doesn't he look albino? Look at this guy.
Bionic
Be here tomorrow, you can. Are they still hunting over there? Yeah.
first morning out in South Dakota. So the way this works is we were supposed to get a tag. They forgot to send the tag, so we got to go on the fishing game and pick it up. But so this morning we're just like, well, let's not waste the morning. Let's go glass and try to figure something out. And I came into this little, I'm gonna call it a holler
back, girl.
holla with my ballas. Well, the old holler. Anyway, it's a little ravine, but we're like, let's set some trail cams, even though we only have 4 days to hunt. One picture can change a whole hunt. And so we were coming in here glassing. What did we see?
We saw a quadatorn. It's a 1-horn, 4-point, 5-point. I don't even know.
What did you call it?
A quadatorn.
We saw a mature buck.
Like a unicorn.
Saw a mature buck chasing a doe. So the weather's been like 2 weeks ago. I know some guys that are out here archery hunting. It was super warm, like 70 degrees, really slow. You know, whitetail, what we've heard is kind of the last couple days of October, first couple days of November is really when things started kicking off. But it was warm, and so they didn't have much luck. But as of the last like 7-8 days, temps have skyrocketed down, plummeted. It was been super stormy the last 2 days. Yesterday was gusts up to 55 miles an hour, a little bit of snow, and I would assume like most big game animals, they were down in the hollers, getting out of the wind. Anyway, today is perfect. It's about 6 degrees right now, clear skies. It's supposed to be similar to this for the next 4 days. So we just like, let's go glass, try to find like a pinch point maybe. And that buck chased us still right down through this holler. Anyway, and so we're like, came down here and there's a couple trails that meet. So we're gonna set a stealth camp, just let it be, and maybe come back in a day and see what's cruising through here. But we're gonna keep glassing all the way down to the Fish and Game office, gauge a tag, and then hopefully we have a plan by then. But guys, we're whitetail hunting.
Whitetail hunting, dudes.
Fight.
Guys, high five.
So we've come into this area. We're kind of down low, kind of next to ag this morning, and there's deer, but we just kind of wanted to hunt a big swath of public. So we drove up kind of in the mountains, obviously, which is cool. It'd be fun to shoot a whitetail up here, but we're in an area where there's a bunch of like walk-in access. So you can drive to the end of the road, and then you got to park, and then you can walk all these old roads, which is, I think will get us into some country that no one else is hunting. There is quite a bit of traffic out here, obviously, hunting the gun season, but no one's been down this road this morning. So our plan was to walk into like some country kind of off the beaten path, and then maybe try a little calling sequence with some like down into these cuts. There's a big canyon that runs down here, and then just a bunch of cuts. And it's starting to get just a little breezy, so I think these deer will be down in these cuts.
A little breezy.
But we got to find a good area where we can see the wind's coming this way, kind of like this. So I think we're gonna head that way and try to find an area where we can see, set up a little
Dude,
like
that was in sequence.
Yeah, and see what we can see.
We saw 3 does.
Very new to the whitetail game, especially up in this kind of country, but we definitely want to get it out of our systems. I don't know if we'll call anything in, but we definitely want to get it out of our systems because we've been talking about grunting or rattling a buck in for a while. So we're going to kind of go try it and see how our luck goes. But I like this country. I like this area. I think there could be a big old timber warrior of a whitetail up here.
Timber warrior.
So we're just going to keep bouncing along until we find the right setup, and hopefully where we can glass a bunch of country, get down enough that if we make some noise, something will be able to hear us and get a little interested and come on in. Come on in, bud. So here's what I'm thinking. Got this big canyon that kind of runs like this, comes up and goes up like that and around. We've got this big flat out in front of us, and the wind's blowing just like this. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna sit down and just try try rattling. Because I think what will happen if there's a deer off in this big canyon that can hear us, I think they'll come back up, they'll come up into this big flat to try to circle have a great shot. Plus, there's something in this canyon. There's another canyon this way. It could pop up, but in theory, if they can hear us, I bet they'll come up, try to circle us. We'll have a shot. We have a bunch of tracks dropping into that canyon, so we've been wanting to try this for a while. Ever since the gauge drew this tag, so we're gonna give her a go. 540 would be 5.4. 5.4. That's 5 clicks, 5.5 clicks. So just go 5 clicks. Let's go! Hold on. Dude!
He was running!
Whitetail hunt, buddy! Yes!
Oh my god.
Was that the coolest thing ever?
That was so awesome.
Am I a whitetail guy?
He was running!
Dude! Oh!
That was so awesome.
What the
Dude,
heck?
he was running.
Oh my gosh, dude. We were sat here for what, 20 minutes?
The hunt's over.
Watching this way. And Gage goes, Dad. And I go, what, dude? He goes, something's running. Pick my binos up. It was a doe. So I started making like bleat sounds, like a fawn.
Yeah.
Been watching a lot of videos, guys. Hunting public. Been watching a lot of your videos on what to do and what not to do.
I put my binos up and I was looking, and I saw her like looking back at something, so I put them up on like the top of the ridge.
Gage's like, dude, another deer. Buck. I put my binos up.
He turns around, dude.
Big buck walking over the top.
4 point.
So I started just I snort wheezed at him.
Snort wheezed.
No, you coyote called at him.
Well, yeah, I went to snort wheeze, flew the wrong call. He walked over the top, snort wheeze twice, and then I started rattling. That buck turned.
He went like this.
Came around, I go, Gage, where is he? He goes, dude, he's running. Called him in from like 600 yards away, shot him at 200. Big buck down! Wow!
That's the shortest hunt ever, dude.
Dude, like,
dude, we did it how we wanted to.
Yeah, we did.
We called the buck in. Oh my gosh.
Dude, that was crazy.
Dude, when you saw him, what'd you think?
Dude, I was like, oh my gosh, he was
Shooter?
so big, yeah.
Dude, he looked
And
so
like, let's
freaking
make sure
cool in
he's a
the
shooter.
sunlight.
He's like, let's make sure he's a shooter. I was like, he's definitely a shooter.
Oh my gosh, that was fun.
Gager.
Whitetail hunting South Dakota, man.
And dude, all of a sudden, like you see in all the movies, just freaking.
Did you get him running in?
Yes.
Dude, you're like, he's running.
Oh my goodness, guys. I've been very fortunate to have experienced a lot of things out in the woods, all over the western United States.
I'm just super stoked that was the first time I got to experience me calling in a whitetail deer, and my son Gage was with me, and he just shot freaking stud whitetail, first ever whitetail.
Yeah, I know, that was, oh my gosh.
Dude, are we gonna become whitetail guys?
We're whitetail guys, man.
Honestly, man, it happened fast. That was the first setup we tried. First time I ever really tried rattling, grunting, all the things, and it worked. And not saying that will ever work again for me, but I could get in to calling whitetails.
That was the craziest experience.
I didn't even really get a great look at him. I said, Gage, let's make sure he's a shooter. And Gage goes, shooter all day. Buddy, great shot. He stopped at like 200. Wind, like I said, when we set up, the wind's going this way. I thought they were gonna be coming out of this big canyon and circling down. He came straight up from over there, out of that canyon, and the wind was going straight at him. And I told Gage, I go, he's gonna smell us. And so when he stopped at 200 frontal, I said, do you feel comfortable, Gage?
That was crazy.
How did you feel comfortable?
I felt comfortable, yeah.
Holy crap! Literally the first hour out of the truck, we're on this old road that's shut down to driving. You can only access it by foot during the hunting season. Came in here, thought, there's no human tracks down here. Let's get away from the roads because there is a lot of traffic on all the main roads. Dude.
Holy crap.
Oh, guys. It was almost too short. We always say, like, we got to tell a story.
We only needed an hour.
What's your thoughts, man?
I don't know what to do. That was just such a crazy, like, it just worked out like exactly how I planned it in my head.
I grew up watching a lot of whitetail TV on the Sportsman's Channel, and not gonna lie, I used to change it when whitetail hunts would come up. And I've watched a lot of YouTube videos recently, Aaron and the boys from Hunting Public, and I was like, man, I wanna learn how to call whitetails. That happened just like those videos, those TV shows I used to watch back in the day, buddy.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Hey guys, we just got done taking pictures. We're about to start cutting them up, got them all tagged up and everything. That was a big turn of events. We were sitting there for a little while, just kind of feeling silly, and then all of a sudden doe came running down. I was like, Dad, look, doe. And then this buck came out. Just everything worked out so perfectly, and it was kind of a crazy experience, but also a super awesome experience. Definitely one to never forget. So when he started coming down, Dad started coyote calling for some reason. And I was like, all right. And then he started grunting and everything, started snoring. My mind was just going a million miles per hour, trying to see like how big he was. Like I was getting my range finder out, trying to see how far he was, and then just he started running towards us. I was like, whoa. I like got set up on my gun, was looking at it through the scope, walking down, and then my dad was like, he's gonna smell us, and I was like, yeah. And then he kept turning broadside, but he was still walking, and I don't want to shoot a deer while I was walking, just want to get the best shot possible. And then there was this one point where he was facing right at us, and he stopped, and I'm pretty sure he smelled us because he was looking straight at us. And my dad was just like, shoot him in the chest, and I shot him in the chest, and he started like running away, and then fell down. And my heart like started pounding, and it was just like shaking still a little bit. It was big turn events. Shot him at 250 yards, I'm pretty sure. Perfect shot. We made lots of memories together, even though this was kind of a shorter hunt. Ugh. Thanks, buddy.